Lord have mercy, the struggle bus is real. Y'all, when I tell y'all I've been overbooked, double booked for the past, that's good though. For the past week, next week, trying to get together, the things, how it work out today. All right, let's bring on the ladies. We have a lot to talk about. I literally have notes completely set up for what we're going to talk about tonight, going through last night's episode. Because when I was watching it, I was taking notes and I was getting deep into it. So I want to hear all the ladies' opinions. And make sure you guys like and subscribe to everybody that's up here on the screen because they all got things going on outside of this. Let's start out with the Queen of DC, and that would be Miss Alicia Lee.
Hello, good morning or afternoon to some.
I know, right? AKA Lee with the T. She has not been here. I have missed her and very happy to see her here. Okay, it's content created in the future. Don't get it twisted. She takes her time, but when they get the things that are take their time is gonna be the best anyway. So you know. We're gonna bring her mama right there too. Dina, aka Christina, the detective that gets me in trouble all of the time. Yes.
You know, I am the resident detective.
I did do that.
And
Yes.
I was even nice this week. I didn't hurt nobody's feelings. I didn't even look up nobody this week.
Not,
Lord have
not out
mercy,
of look at
Jesus.
I'm going to give y'all a little pause for the cause.
If y'all don't know what's happening, please watch the last episode and all these things are the things. And now we got coming to the stage, Queen, Walkaway Queen, of course. Tina is here
Hi,
in the building.
everybody.
She looks so
Hey,
pretty.
thank
How are
you. You
you?
too.
How are you? How are you? Hope you're good.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
great.
Okay. I don't want to call her the Queen of Shade, but I don't want. But uh, Abby is in the building. She looks so good with that blonde. Don't hurt
Yes,
her,
she
mama.
do.
I'm gonna call her Mama Shade.
Well, because I mean, but it's really okay. Let's be real. When Abby is talking, it's not really shade. If she's telling like truth, you know what?
It's
It's really
true.
what it is.
It's
Be
true.
real, okay? Uh, it's been a minute, so do me a favor. First of all, everybody, welcome to the chat. Welcome everybody. Hit that like button and subscribe. Welcome Facebook group, YouTube, Twitch is in the building, and I know Twitter is also watching. And sometimes the cast is in the building as well from Ready to Love Miami. Uh, Mama, give us a little recap of last night. Lead with the T.
Oh, hold on. I was getting my notes.
Okay.
Oh, you had to take
Because
notes for this?
well, I took
Yeah,
notes. I
because
had some things I want to get. Go ahead, Lee.
okay, yeah, I did, but we're gonna talk about all of it. Okay, so dang, I forgot that girl's name, but it's okay. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Anyways, so this is what happened on this episode recap. Lumi doesn't have COVID anymore. She go out with LJ. The lesson of the week is to go out with somebody who you typically won't date. Um, Zoe goes out with, I feel bad that I can't remember her name. The girl with the 7-year-old son. Um, Trinika goes out with
Shakira.
Randall. There it is, Shakira. Trinika goes out with Randall. Sampson goes out with that girl. Um, Swayze sets up two group dates. April and Mike get into a heated argument, and Kayla figures out that she likes Swayze, and I ain't gonna say who go home just in case somebody ain't in the
Mm-hmm.
comments didn't
Right.
didn't didn't um ain't watched it yet. And Mike and Brandi figure out that they actually really like each other, and that's pretty much the episode. Uh, yeah.
Well, I want to start as far as going through the show in the beginning, seeing Samson being open to get to know Shareese. And to me, Shareese is very different with Samson. And one thing I said that in this part of the episode that she's not. I mean, we see her as being the bad guy, the mean girl, or whatever. But I think she's just a person that just knows what she wants from a man, and she's just straight up about it. A lot of people that can't handle a person that's just straightforward that like that. And also, you see, she's different with Samson because she likes him. I don't know, ladies. I want to start there.
I
Lee,
disagree.
go ahead.
I disagree. I
Go ahead.
disagree because when she already said that Sampson isn't the person that she would typically date. So there's that. And then the way that she treated Mike when they was at the little trapeze place, I didn't like that. Like, yes, she knows what she wants, but it's more so how she said it than what she said. You don't call nobody's kids baggage, because that's what she did. She called his kids baggage.
It's poor
I was just,
choice of words.
I was just talking about when I'm
Very
speaking
much
for me.
so.
I was just talking about that first scene, not really getting to the part with Mike and everything. But for me, it was more like just that scene and what I've seen in the past few episodes. So not really.
So
I have my opinion about the Mike thing. So
what I chalked up her with Samson was surface. You are trying to. It was just surface conversation. And I felt like it was a part of it was narcissistic, because when he was like, how do you stay fit? She was like, oh, like it was my mom was like that, and so no, that wasn't the right answer to the question. You just because you are given by the grace of God a nice body does not mean that you're going to be able to maintain that nice body. I know plenty of women that have had nice bodies and they look like a sack of potatoes now.
oh no, oh no.
So I eat
Okay,
healthy.
my good sister, I'm about to disagree with you now.
Welcome. First of all, welcome. Well, Maud was here. I guess you dropped off. Welcome, Stacy. Go ahead.
My good.
What you gotta say?
Okay, so what I think is what we have to be careful with is just because you don't like somebody's personality or whatever, and I'm not directing this to you, Lee. I'm just saying, generally speaking, if somebody's not your cup of tea, we have this tendency of hearing everything or judging everything they do with in a negative light. There was Mike, I think, in that conversation, you touched on it earlier. In that conversation, Mike was already defensive. I have 3 kids. You know, he was already defensive. Shareese talking about, like, this is just my body. Like, she was saying she was trying to be humble and saying that, well, I don't really work out. This is just what I got from my mama. Like, that's what I got from it. I think that we have to be really careful on how we hear the things that she says, because if that's just not your cup of tea, that's not your cup of tea. But you gotta give her a fair opportunity and judge her accordingly based on what you're saying at that time.
I'm just gonna jump. Hold on. I'm just gonna jump behind that and say that, like I said, my situation about the Mike thing we'll talk about later on. But as far as just in this moment, just in this scene with her and Sampson, I felt like whether it was service level. I'm not saying that Lee is incorrect or not correct. I don't from some things I know it might be service level. In that moment, she was doing with Sampson because she liked him. I felt like, and I don't know when she said I got it from my mama. We all look good. I've known of women who said that to me, and it didn't bother me. And they did look good, and the sisters didn't, and their mom, grandma looked good. So I knew it came from genes. In a way, it felt like the country. It's like, oh, my mama. We all like that. It's just a DNA thing. I've heard people say that from the South, and it's just a common thing. So that's just me saying that.
Right. In the South, we said we just eat greens and cornbread. Like, that's what I got it from. And that's exactly what she said.
And y'all know there's a whole song about it. I get it from my mama. So.
I mean, yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm from that.
Okay. Well, maybe I was just hung up on the how do you stay fit thing, but whatever. You can't
I see what Leah's saying as well, though.
You can't stay fit on greens and cornbread. That's it.
But she wasn't saying that's how. She wasn't saying, "Oh, this is my fitness regimen, eating greens and cornbread." He was complimenting her appearance, and she was like, "Basically, I don't work out, and then I guess I just get it from my mom and them." That's
everything my mama cooked in the kitchen. Everything my mama cooked in the kitchen is how I came to be. That's pretty much what that stems from. Like trying to say, I didn't do no exercising, but my mama made beans and cornbread, and she did every Sunday with greens and cabbage greens, which she did, and I always had the junk and had a good figure, and it was because of that. So that's where that comes from. I'm just gonna break it down for you.
But you know what? I always gotta, I gotta bring it back to sometimes, like we are in such an era in just our mainstream culture that our expectations of Black women and women in general is to always have to get something done, be in the gym 24/7. And we forget that just like some of our queens are born like that, like she woke up like that, you can't be mad about it.
Well, I mean, like I said,
I'm
I could
not.
just I could play devil
No, I'm
advocate
not
and say
saying
that
you.
it
I'm
can
just
come off condescending. Is what I'm. What it can. If you're looking at it from both sides, it can come off like she's. I
but
work
I
out
mean,
every day, but you just look like that. I'm just saying. So
you know what? We gotta quit being so sensitive. Like you and I heard the same thing, Kamisha. We from the South. That's how we talk.
but not
So
everybody gonna take it. Not
I
everybody
know,
gonna take it that.
right? But we understood what she was saying because in our culture, that's how we speak. And it's not us being condescending or trying to offend someone or thinking we're better than others. Like that's just how we talk.
Yeah,
Well,
people do
I didn't
mistake
get it.
it.
I
People
didn't get
mistake
that.
confidence as
I didn't.
arrogance sometimes.
There
I was
you
gonna say, I
go.
just said
I
people
don't.
mistake confidence as arrogance. So it can come across
Oh, you said
wrong.
you did. Say it. I'm sorry. Say it again, Tina. I didn't hear you,
No,
Mom.
no, I just said sometimes people confuse confidence with arrogance, and it's a thin line. But she might just saying like, I look good, and it didn't. That probably wasn't her delivery, but I think it just depends on how you take it. So I didn't read
Gotcha.
too deep into that line at all.
I mean, she was softer on the date. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not gonna say that. Just I, y'all know my opinion on her, so that's that.
Yeah,
But
yeah, for sure, for
she
sure.
did make a comment like, "Hey, I'm glad that you brought me here. This is my favorite spot." So okay, that means he listening. But yeah, that was just that one comment. I was just like, all right, that's fine. I'm over this date now.
Do you know how they show the wide shot of how something fell in her pants and how he wiped it off for her? They were,
Yeah.
paying attention in the date where it was like they wanted to show a softer side to her. Abby, did you see a softer side to her, or in the date in the beginning with her and Sampson?
My cell phone.
Can you hear me?
You want me to be honest?
Go ahead. Yes, ma'am. Nothing but.
I heard blah 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 blah
Oh my
blah. Ice
God.
cream fell on my pants. Blah 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 blah. You got baggage. I wasn't sure about you, and then it was over. It didn't move me not one way or the other. I don't give a damn. Moving on. It wasn't that detrimental.
It wasn't giving.
It didn't give me anything. Like I don't know what was I supposed to get from it.
Stacy,
Oh, like like what you want me to say? I still don't. She still don't sizzle right in my spirit.
sizzle.
No, she doesn't. She don't sizzle right. Mm-mm. She don't sizzle right in my spirit. Nope, not at all. The same way I felt about her last week, that's how I feel this week. I don't know what you want from me.
Copy that.
Okay.
So it
We
was
gonna
a moment where he did speak about his he says his dad was Persian, that he had died, and like I said,
First of all, did y'all find it weird how he said that his father was dead? Did y'all find that a little off-putting, or was that just me?
It was weird.
Well, he said he's in the sky. What? Oh, he's passed on. Okay, okay. Maybe that's how he deals with it. That's how he distances himself from the grief and pain of it. Is he says I don't know. It just came off weird.
well, he's in the sky. You said.
That's what he said. He said he's in the
Mhm.
sky. What?
I don't know why I don't remember that part, but
Confusion
wow.
and delusion. That's what he said. Like I just finished watching it. That's what he. That's what he said.
Well, maybe it's just like saying he's in heaven or up above or something, and just another way
Yeah,
to say.
I think that's what he meant, but it just came off real awkward.
Oh my God.
Is the word. It came off real awkward.
Right.
I like Sampson.
I mean, you gotta extend people some grace with how they deal with, their beloved. So
I would like us to retire that sentence, that statement, please.
well, I'm sorry because I ain't sorry, not sorry.
Listen, y'all forever trying to extend some listen.
You guys
There is a season for grace and mercy, and then that grace and mercy runs out. How long y'all? What happened?
retire, you don't care then.
You can retire. This stuff on Chinchilla. Okay, I won't say I don't care anymore. That's not a problem. I can find creative ways. Listen, if I can find creative ways to tell my supervisor to go to hell, I can find creative ways to tell y'all I don't care.
Her, my last email is my number one go-to.
Oh no, I didn't
review.
no. I was telling
know
you
my
to get in the press
feelings.
elevator and press H for hell, or like if you could slide up under hell, that would be great. Yeah. As long as you're not in my hands right now.
Okay, ladies. Lunie is back, as Luda T said. Can y'all hear me? My mic
Yes.
did go. Okay, Lunie
Yeah,
is
Lunie
back, and
back.
they have they have the Tommy do tell them to be creative in the dates, and they have the date where it's like a Kayla, April, Shareese, and then Justice, Mike, and Kayla. I think is that the one where they go on the.
That's the trapeze where they flipping on the bars and stuff.
Did you not like that date? I thought the day was creative. I want to got up on that thing. I'm not gonna lie to you. I want to done all that. I'm sorry. I'm like, hey, this is beautiful, but I just know I.
Okay. Again, none of these dates are with plus size women in mind. So I just no, I'm not gonna flip upside down on the bar. I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna do that.
I think I would have did what Justice did. Justice didn't even get up there. He said, "I'm not gonna do all that." He said, "I did not sign." I said, "It's not like everything." He said,
I would have cheered them on, and I would have been a good sport about it. But if you think I'm finna get all three something of all of this voluptuousness up there and try and flip it over, so I end up in traction. No,
look.
Abby said, "I'm not."
But I'm not an athletic type
today.
I'm not. I've never. I used to run track a long time ago. But other than that, I'm not like an athletic.
I did too.
Sports kind of girl. So that wouldn't have been my cup of tea. Anyway, that seemed like something because Stacy is really fit and she goes to the gym and all that stuff. That seems like that would be a real cute situation for her. For me, not so much. Not. Mm-mm. First of all, I'd be worried about the bar liabilities. I can't. It's too much. I can't.
I'm too top heavy. I'm trying not to get knocked out by my own
Look.
And they ain't sitting in place like they used to. So I don't know what
you preaching right now, baby. Everybody have a black eye at the end of it. Like what?
Right.
Oh, girl, everybody.
They hands on you, girl. It was, Peaches and Herb up here,
There's some of the girl was showing out though, flipping and flopping, and I was like, okay. I was like, some of them were just like, no. I mean, it was a moment that I thought, like I said, it was different. I know that they had to be creative, like Tommy said. So they.
It looked like it would be fun though. I'm gonna have to pull out the Nike sports bra though.
Yeah, you would have to have the right support garments.
It really did
to keep. From knocking yourself.
Have that. The thing about it is they were just trying to be different, show something. Maybe they were catching cue like people, so they want to see something different. Back behind up there's all I'm trying to say. Period.
I don't know. April was
all right,
really
so I want to talk about. Look, hold on. Now, look, I was about to lead into that now. Because it was a lot going on with Miss April and Mike. First of all, Kayla, they were sitting there. They look pretty chilled sitting there. That all of a sudden she decided she wanted to come over and cause confusion and delusion, as Abby would say. And then I didn't know they were talking to each other.
This is where, and I have nothing against Mike because he fits the profile. So I know I said he wasn't ready for love, but I'm hoping he proved me wrong. But how you sitting there arguing with somebody and you got your hand on their butt? I'm just saying.
That's before the argument.
Oh snap!
That's when she first came over to interrupt the two of them. So they hadn't gotten to the argument yet. So that was the hand on the booty was.
Well, I had to watch the speed version because OWN don't know how to program properly on demand. So I was speed watching this morning. So my bad.
I didn't even know what was going on with that. I was like, what is happening? So before she came over though, Mike and Kayla seemed like they was kind of vibing. It's almost like you're looking for far away and they do a real good. I'm gonna come over because I didn't understand. I thought she came over there because they had a connection. Come to find out she was questioning their connection. But the way they was in the picture, I don't know. That puzzle wasn't, but I don't know.
Here's my thought process on this. You ain't got but one time to tell me that you don't want me or if there's no connection there. And I'm not even gonna question it because it's not like we've had a relationship and you woke up one morning and said you don't want me. We just met. There's not a connection there. We can go our separate ways. I really don't need to know because I know that, excuse my language, I'm motherfucking awesome. So if you don't want me, somebody else will.
Well,
And
clearly
I'm
you
gonna
have
move
bad
on down the
taste, so we'll
road.
move on.
I'm gonna move on down the road. I do not need validation of why, like there's something I need to work on. Okay, I'm not your cup of tea. I'm a shot of tequila. Moving right along.
Wow.
Tell them again. They don't understand.
But you know what, Tina, did you have something to say? Oh, you're
You
muted.
on mute?
You're on
You're
mute.
muted.
We can't hear you.
But y'all know I got a toddler, so I'm having to mute it. So, but I was just saying,
Are you good, Mama?
it take a man to show you or tell you one time. That's all it takes, and you move on. You shouldn't. After a while, it just seems like you either desperate or you like a pick me. After a while.
Mhm.
Oh wow. Wow, that's interesting.
Hold on, look, Kamisha, look at me. I'm going down the line. Abby, you got something to say, boo?
I look. I'm gonna be like, what?
When did you become the teacher? What is happening?
Look.
Tell
Look.
me.
I was looking at her like,
Teacher's assistant.
Well, I'm with y'all. Like, I don't know. Like, I've noticed like the last 2 episodes. Hold on one second, Karina, turn that off.
hold on. Now look. I'm gonna get my niece and nephew over there. I wanted before we get. I want to say something about Kayla really quick. I like how Kayla responded to Mike before the interrupting and all these things, because when he started asking her about other people that she was interested in, she was like, "I'm not. Don't worry about them. You worry about me." And to me, it's like she's playing. I don't know. I see her getting to the end. I think she's doing what she needs to be doing. Even when even when it got interrupted, did you see how quick Swayze came over? She was like, "Whoop, I'm out of here." To me, Kayla is doing what she's supposed to be doing. I don't know. I wanted to say that and see what y'all thought about
Exactly. Because honestly, if I was like on something like this,
that.
it's like when you are with that person, you are 100% focused on that person. We don't need to talk about whose phone number I got. We don't need to talk about any previous dates that we've been on. We don't need to discuss any. I'm trying to get to know you, not get to know who you date or who you have in conversations with. That's not me getting to know you unless you're just sitting there. Well, if he went on dates with this person, this person, this person, oh, that's the type he like. I'm not them. Then you start second guessing yourself. If you focus on you and what you bring to the table when y'all you and that person are having a date, you'll get a lot further than thinking about everything that's going on the outside.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Dina, you're like right on, you're like in my brain today. Like one thing I noticed last episode and this episode, like the hell I look like asking you, like, well, why you didn't call me? Like, well, why aren't you interested in me? Blah, blah, blah. Like, why am I gonna ask you that? Like, if you're not giving me the energy that I'm looking for from you or I'm trying to give you, I'm gonna move right along. Like, this isn't find somebody and find somebody and try to make them love you. This is ready to love. Like, go where your energy is reciprocated. I think like we make that mistake when we're dating, and we might catch a vibe and we like, and like he's not doing enough or he's not returning, and we still stay there and try to do things to get their attention. Wrong move. Like I would
Definitely.
not. I would never.
Well, see, the whole thing with April and Mike's conversation is he was looking at her like she's being aggressive. I think he even said aggressive at one point in time. Even April was like, "I'm gonna get my point across" when she was talking to him. I mean, Mike just said he doesn't like the drama, so it was very like a negative, like an argument almost at a date. That was just not.
Yeah, because didn't he say at one point like he wasn't asked? He said something. I'm not sure if it was about her or somebody else, but he was like, I didn't ask something because I didn't want to hear what she has to say. And so for me,
talking about the other girl.
for me, that just
Kadian.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. When he
That's
was
so
talking
rude
about
of
the chicken.
him.
But for me, that just proves like different results bring different people bring different results out of other people. Like we said, we saw Shareese be a little bit softer on this date. She might be a little rah in a group setting. And the men we've always seen, they may act one way with one woman and one way with a different woman, because how you feel or your connection is going to dictate how you act in that moment.
Yes, that's true. I wanna say about Kayla, who's like my favorite. When she was with Swayze, I don't know. At first, I was like, people was like saying they didn't think he's attractive, but it's something about Swayze that he got a swag about him that makes him so. I
I
don't
think
know
he's
what it
very
is.
attractive, but then
I
again,
think
he
he is
fits
too.
the profile.
To me, he's one of my favorites. It just seems like he's not just that, he has a swag about him, just the way he carries himself, something like that. I don't know.
He's so
I
suave with it.
yes,
Yep.
yes. I know
And he got
everything.
the muscles where he can pick you up and let you reach the top cabinet.
Hold on, we
Right.
don't talk.
And save you from a burning building. Let's not forget that. And save you from a burning building.
And
I
he's
saw
a
the pictures.
firefighter.
I
And
saw the
he's a
pictures of
senior.
firefighter. I said,
I love a good man in uniform.
yes, I think he is fine. I don't know. Abby, I really would love to know your opinion. How do you think about Swayze?
I don't. I'm still waiting for them to bring some more men from out the back.
I'm so done. Not the inventory. Not the inventory.
Surely you have some more in the back on the shelf.
There's no
Dust them off.
curveballs.
In the game.
Oh, I'm not disappointed. I got two that fit the profile, which is Mike and Swayze. So I'm cool. I got my eye candy this season, so I'm good.
Eye candy, but I can't put my finger on it. It's just something that's like rubbing me wrong.
About who?
We'll get to it before episode 10. I'm
okay,
sure.
yeah, Abby. Something ain't sizzling right in my spirit, and y'all know I love everybody. Like I'm gonna try to find the good in somebody. I'm gonna try to say something. But this episode, I'm starting to look at Mike differently, and I can't put my finger on it. But it's not. It's like it's messing with my soul, Lord.
Okay. Lord Jesus. Now, so Shareese and Mike conversation. Now we about this. So Shareese calls the kids baggage. Mike says, "You 43 with no kids is a red flag." And she says she wants a man. She wants 45. He said 45. Well, she said a 40. He said 45, but she said her age was 43. So there's a red flag. And she said she wants a man with no kids, never been married. So
Me first.
Her dating, the chances of her not that it's impossible, because there's somebody out there for everybody. However, she narrows her playing field a lot by expecting someone to get to that age and they have never been married nor have any children. Not to say that it's impossible. And it even narrows it even further, because if you do have a man that's made it that far with no children and no wife or anything, listen, I didn't want to be the one to say it.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Listen, I can understand you making it that far with no kids, but you ain't found no woman in your 45 years of living, not one that you okay. I'm a little concerned.
Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about the man that Shareese is looking for. Whoever the man is that Shareese is looking for.
Well, we do see that Sampson's on there, and how old is he? 48, and he's not been married and don't have kids.
Who?
Samson.
Going on a date with
Samson, the one who said his dad. Did you see how he said his daddy was dead?
But
oh my God.
Can I just say that one, Shareese is looking for a unicorn, okay? And she, like many other women, I hope she find it. But let me just say this. I understood, look, I know this is gonna be crazy. I understood where Shareese was coming from and what she wanted, because these are my beliefs. This is in my picture. This is what I need to fulfill me. I want to be the first. I want to be the first wife. I want to be the first woman to give you kids. I understand that. Now, granted, when we get to a certain age in the 40 club, it is difficult because people have gotten married 20 years ago. People have kids and whatnot. So what you're looking for is difficult to find. I'm not saying that it's not out there, but at the same time, you use the poor choice of words because kids are blessings from God. So you do not call somebody's children baggage. Now, if he had 3 previous divorces and he had to pay alimony to all 3 women and there were no children, that's baggage. Children are not baggage. So she could have said, that is something that I don't want to deal with, those type of situations. She could have used a number of other words, but baggage seems to be like, one of those key words everybody likes to throw out. So all I'm saying is, yes, I understood what she was saying, and I understood what Mike was saying too, because here you are, 43 years old, never been married, no kids. That's a red flag for him. Like, are you crazy? Or what is it that you're doing that, let's just say you start seriously dating at 20. So 23 years you've been in the dating game, non-married, no kids, whatever. It's a red flag on both sides. You know what I'm saying? And some people, and especially women, get into the thing of, okay, I'm going to focus on my career. I'm going to make money. I'm going to be able to bring XYZ to the table. But then when you get to your level of whatever where you want to be, some men are like, well, what's wrong with you? Well, okay, I spent the last 20 years going to school. I spent the last 20 years building my brand. I can take 5 or 6 years off and not miss a dollar to be a stay-at-home mom now if I want to. But the men are looking at the women like there's got to be something wrong.
The thing that's so crazy about that. Well, the thing so crazy about that. A man can do that all day. A man can have a mild different kid and go his career and do whatever. So for a man to even question, I knew they do. It's idiotic. You can go have 1,000 kids and still keep your career because your wife and your girlfriend, baby mama, gonna be at home taking care of them kids. I have issues with that because I focus on my career.
But we have to sacrifice. Well, it's different for us to be a parent or you're gonna be a businesswoman. It seems like society does not allow us to have both concurrently.
What'd you say, Abby? Keep losing Alicia.
Well, one, we already know Shareese tends to not know how to choose the correct words. So I'm not surprised that she said the wrong thing in regards to this man's children. It seems to me like Shareese is the type of woman that if she was with a man who had children, and like I just saw a TikTok about this where the man pays $500 a month in child support. And the baby mama called and said the baby needs shoes for school. And you can hear the wife in the background going off talking about, I don't care. We're not giving him another dime. I don't care that he needs shoes. But you knew this man had kids before you got here.
Oh, wow.
You knew. And what kind of woman are you that you don't want to take care of the kid? Like, I don't understand. Why are you, baby, it's not all about you.
Right.
And you can be the same way.
Has any proximity to children, whether you are a parent, a bonus parent, a step parent, however you want to say it, you have to know up front that the child comes first. If you are going to date a person,
at all times.
And I think maybe that's why Shareese is saying, I don't want a man that has kids because I want to be the one. I want to be the only one. I'm the queen. I'm the princess. You take care of me and all of these things, and I come first at all times. And that is a smart thing when you know that about yourself, not to put yourself in that type of situation where you fall in love with somebody and they have children and you want to be the number one thing all the damn time. But you know, as a person who has children, you can't be number one all the time. The child comes first.
That's what I said.
I respect some people she knows enough about herself to know that she can't put herself in that situation because she doesn't want to share that spotlight. Now, my question is, does she think she's going to have children? Does she want to have kids?
I haven't gotten that information yet. No, that's what I was waiting on.
No, he did. Yeah, I'm about to say he did ask her that, but at this age, and her time was, to be funny, is running out. She maybe can get out one kid. I'm just being honest because of the age. I mean, I know women try to have kids late in life, but That's hard.
Listen, they start calling it a bariatric pregnancy at
have
30.
That's
twins.
ridiculous to buy through all of that. Welcome, Mod. You hear, Mama? Can you hear?
Yeah, I can hear you guys. I don't
Okay.
have a problem. I don't have a problem with her saying it's baggage and all that because people use that. It's not offensive to me. I am saying she's in the wrong place. She can come to Buffalo and she can find somebody. She's not gonna find anybody in Miami.
But Ma, here's the thing: you're married with kids. I'm single, and even though my kids are grown, when they were younger, it is offensive to call somebody's children baggage. It is very offensive because these were the choices I made long before I knew God was ever going to put you in my path, and they're blessings to me. So when you put a negative connotation on my children, immediately I'm done with you.
Well, see, here's the thing. She never said, I see you having kids as baggage.
Yeah.
She was saying,
the whole situation.
Right.
Kids, some people view that as baggage. And Mike want to call stuff red flags, but you know what I saw as a red flag in that situation? Him not letting her explain herself and complete her damn thought.
Right.
I tell you what she meant by saying that.
Mhm.
And what's also not fair is that in the ladies' lounge, it was so I've noticed that in the past couple episodes, all the ladies will say the same thing in the lounge. We'll see them say it. So when Shareese goes back and she talks about, her concerns based on what the ladies were talking about, she gets massacred for saying the thoughts that they were saying.
That is true. That is so true.
Which are normal and reasonable concerns to bring up with somebody you're potentially dating.
I have a question.
There's no doubt in my mind when a man is looking at me and is interested in dating me. I'm divorced. I have 3 kids. I'm sure the guy, I'm not going to be offended because the guy want to know what's the situation. Is this a baggage? Is your ex-husband crazy? Are we going to have problems? Am I going to have problems being, involved in the lives of your kids because I'm a family guy? Right. Like, I don't want no problems. I don't want no smoke. So I understand, Shareese, and I'm a woman who has kids. My kids, I raised them. I was not offended. Again, we knew she was talking about situational baggage.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
That's why I said in the beginning. That she knows what she wants, and she's gonna be persecuted for it because she's just straight up like, "This is what I want. I don't want that." She may be looking at it at this age. At this age, she's probably saying, "I don't have time, so I got to cut it off at the past."
Let's play devil's advocate before. Say, Mike is really out there looking for love. He's probably ran into this issue numerous times. Being of his age, dating in Miami. That you heard the men say it's very superficial from the neck down. It's a dime a dozen. From the neck up, it's rare to find a woman of substance. So he's probably defensive because he's run into this situation before. And even like in my younger days of dating when my kids were younger, there's a lot of great relationships that ended because I'm not willing to have no more kids and they didn't have any kids. So, it's one of those things where you got to get in where you fit in. But I'm pretty sure that Mike might be defensive because he's tried to date women and maybe that was a little too much for them. And for her to say it like that, with the cameras rolling, he jumped on the defensive because I guarantee you, this is not the first time he's had that conversation.
But like you guys were saying, hold on. But the way you guys were saying it, I know you get, Mama. It's just I was gonna say the way you guys were all saying it, maybe with the delivery, maybe and also same thing with Dina. Maybe he has heard it so many times that at this moment it was like enough is enough. I do want to hear from Tina, who's also a mother, and then Mod, and welcome Jay Brad, who's in the chat. What's up, Jen? I say such a whole name. What's up, Jay?
Hey, Jay Brad. Hey, Brad.
Jay said 2 words I've only heard from Stacey B. Fugazi and Jenny Man. Love my Stacey B.
Hey, Jay.
Tina, what's your opinion on this, Mama?
Wait, Tina, real quick, and the panel wants to spend a special shout out to Jazzy J. Happy birthday! All right. You missed her message above. Sorry, girl.
Happy birthday. Okay, wait. What am I giving my opinion on? Because it was a lot just said right
Mike
now.
fast, girl.
Mike in the comment that Shareese made about the
Mike
kid.
in the middle.
Okay, so I was Shareese before I had a daughter, and that was I didn't date men with kids, so I understand. I feel like we're in a time and age where people kind of want women to just settle and be like, oh, well, this is what you're given, so you should just take it. I do, I'm 32 and I only date older guys, and I'm not gonna lie, I meet guys all the time who never been married and they don't have kids, but they do want kids, and a lot of times they spent time working on their legacy, their business, getting their stuff in order so that when they do decide to settle down, they don't have to worry about that. I do tend to look at it as red flags though, when it's like you've never had any slip ups, you've never been engaged, you've never had anything, because it's like, okay, do you have, things going on in the background, whether it be family issues or unhealed issues, or do you want children? So, but when she said it, it did take me a little back because I was like, dang, baggage, as a mother, but I didn't take it that personal because I think people more shell shocked because it was on camera. I think, people say this all the time when it's not on camera, but because she said it, and I will give Shareese the benefit of the doubt. She does seem like if it comes to mind, she gonna speak it. She kind of remind me of Evie. So, in a way where it's like, this is how I feel, either you gonna take it or you can't. So I respect her in that sense. And it is, it is what it is. I think she's putting it out there what she wants, and she's putting it out there to the world, because if she don't meet her match on the show, she might meet them afterward. And she's letting it know, like, look, I don't want a man with this or that. And it's nothing wrong in that sense if that's what she's seeking. I can't take that from her.
That's what I said as far as her, knowing what she wants. Why is that a bad thing? If a man knows what he wants, I don't think they say it to. And like you said too, Tina, in my younger days, I did not like kids. Look, I didn't. When I had a child, people were surprised. I'm be real. I'm be real. My first kid, I was like, wait a minute, because it wasn't my thing. So when she said it, maybe with the delivery, but there's nothing wrong with saying what she wants. He took it in a bad way because he has kids. I mean, it is what it is. You have kids. She doesn't want to be with anybody with kids. Now, I kind of understand, like someone said about the age. It's 40-something years old, and you still, nothing has ever happened. I can see that as a red flag to a man. I just can't, because even I think recently I was talking to somebody who was working with me, and he was like, I forgot how old he was, like 40-something. He never had any kids. I was like, you never had a child? I even said that. I asked him twice. You really never had a kid? So people do kind of sometimes side eye you or question you, like, what happened? You're 50 and you have no kids and blah blah blah. So I don't know.
I was almost 30 and I was looked at sideways because, people are like, you're almost 30. To me, 30 isn't old,
Oh, really?
But because a lot of people start younger, by the time I was having one, it's like, wait, you still don't have kids? And then, wanted to put these titles or make, assumptions about me. And I'm like, no, my mom did raise me to live my life, travel, become experienced, and then have kids. Not saying that they will slow you down, but my mom did instill in me that you can have a better life if you get the fun out the way first and then have children, because then you can be dedicated to them. And some other people do think that way. And it's not a wrong or a right situation. I think we need to just let people live the lives that work best for them and let them be happy in that sense, instead of focusing on, well, I do this and this works for me. Okay, well, it's not your life, so.
Well, like my daddy say, it's somebody for everybody. It takes all kinds to make the world go round.
And I agree with you, Tina, because I have girlfriends who, 40 and don't have kids yet, and it's nothing wrong with them. I mean, one's divorced, one's single. They just, it's like when you have bigger goals and aspirations and you're given the opportunity to accomplish these goals. And when you're looking back and saying, do I want to have kids? What life do I want to provide for my children? And you say, okay, when I get to this point, I want this much in my bank account. I want to be able to provide this. I want these goals. Before in our culture, that's looked at as crazy and a woman being selfish. And that's something that I have to get used to myself in dating guys. Because, I'm like, okay, I have kids. I kind of want to date a guy that does have kids, because I know you know how to deal with children. And exactly. So, or you got nieces and nephews or babies or something, because my kids, they'll be talking to your ass. So I need you to be able to know how to talk back to a child. You know what I mean? But as far as Mike, I'm looking at a double standard with him, and it clicked it occurred to me as I was watching him, because, you know, for the women he wasn't interested in, he had a lot of negative things to say, you know, and he was very critical of them, you know, when he was giving his vantage point of the women.
Okay,
And
but just like we giving the same thing as far as saying what she does, if she wants to talk about Shareese, I think Mike is similar with that as well. He seems
correct,
very focused
but
on
he doesn't
who he wants.
but he doesn't get looked at in a negative light for doing that. And that's
No,
all.
I said that earlier because he's a man. I said that's what I said. This is the thing. Being a woman that knows what she wants in a society, whether you're black or white, is looked at as like negative or she's aggressive or blah blah blah, and that's just what it is. A man can do it all day. He's a boss man and he knows what he wants and blah blah blah, and which is messed up. That's what I said earlier. But I say that's why I said I look at her differently. Like this woman knows what she wants,
Right.
and people can't
And
take
there's
her.
absolutely nothing wrong with that.
But even still, when she's saying, if you do a comparison, right? If you look at the feedback she gives after dates from what we can see, right? She's not bashing these men. She's like, oh, I had a great date with so-and-so, or my connection with this person is this, or I didn't like that he didn't bring, you know, a dish. It's not like he's aggressive, he's this, he's that. Whereas Mike, he's very specific as far as like your character when he's giving his criticisms. So I can like he's giving really hard. Like he was mad because somebody was eating. Like I was
okay, yeah, we're gonna get to that. So, oh my god, I can't wait to get to that. So, okay, I want to get into really quick. Trinika, I think she's so cute. She came in to the date with Randall. She had her pink, I think it was a cute pink top and like a skirt, something like that. And they had a little small quiet moment where it seemed to be also clicking. I don't know why she reminds me of Ace a little bit, just the way not the way that she looks, but just her personality. But the next date we have is the Archery day, where all some of these fireworks start happening, where a lot of the things with the rib and all that mess. There's Mike and Swayze and Kadian. I think she's really pretty, and a lot of things that Kadian was saying that. One, you notice in every scene she's in, if you watch from the first show to now, that she's always eating. When you brought that up, I put that in my notes. She's always eating, just like they had Carmen with the pickle and everything. I'm trying to recreate. Ready to Love was really bad about trying to recreate season. Yes, I said that. Watch out for a long time. And with her eating the rib, which the rib did look good, I was like, they're gonna use that in some kind of way. Boom. But I will get to that as well. But I wanted to talk about the date. What you guys thought, because it's like it seemed like the way Kadian was moving around, which was normal to me. When she got with Mike, it was like fireworks. When she said financial stability is important to her, I didn't think anything that she said was wrong with that. And he called her uptight and aggressive. And I wanted to talk about this because I didn't agree with either. Where was she uptight at?
Well, it's a contradiction. If you can't be uptight and aggressive at the same damn time.
It didn't.
Exactly.
I hate either one of those descriptions as a black woman. Why you gonna call her aggressive? Why do you call her uptight? She didn't even give uptight. I just didn't understand it, and I wanted you guys to get into that. Mata, you still there, Mama?
I wonder if that was
Yes, okay.
produced.
Okay, I wanted to hear you chime in on this. Mod.
She might have stepped away or something for
Okay,
a moment.
Tina,
But I'm wondering if some of those scenes were produced, because it didn't even seem like
that's what I was saying.
didn't seem like the conversation matched the energy that was taking place.
I do want to hear from Tina and Abby about this, and then we'll go back because I haven't heard. Well, I want to hear Abby's views on this. Period, because calling her aggressive and calling her, it just didn't make any sense to me. And calling her uptight, it's like, doesn't that know what uptight means? I'm sorry, Mike. Do you not know the actual description of the word? Because she didn't fit any of that.
I don't get that vibe from her at all. So I don't know. I don't get it from the episode 1 till now. I'm very confused on that. So I'm trying to figure out if the audio was misplaced, if that was an edit, or I don't know, a scene for drama. I don't get it.
Look, Kamisha, you gotta post Demita Joe's comment. She said, said, y'all not about to say we not feeding people this season.
True. Because we were saying
okay. Yeah.
We were hungry on that season. We were starving.
They make sure they got food all the time now.
We were starving.
Oh my God. Well, I mean, I pointed it out because it seemed like every time we saw her, she was eating, and I'm trying to figure out what is that. I didn't understand it because I noticed it even on the last episode she was on. She's talking with the food. So
yeah, she was interviewing Devin eating her food.
Right. And for them to make a comment about it, it didn't go together for me. And for her to say she wants financial stability, again, I do not see anything wrong with that. A woman says she wants to make sure she's good financially. Why is that a bad thing? That doesn't mean she's uptight. Like I said, uptight does not mean that. She did not give me the woman eating a rib in your face. How was she uptight?
Wait,
should I do anything? That makes you kind of. A lot of women don't feel comfortable eating in front of a guy.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
And I'm real comfortable.
Do y'all know her occupation? Dina, do you know what she does?
I don't know what she does either. I'm pretty sure I saw it, but I don't remember everybody's occupation. But the point, what did he say? Like she works all the time or something like that. To me, I've heard men complain saying that women wants them to take care of her. So you have women who make sure she's good and you have a problem with it. What did they say?
Is she the one that owns the boutiques?
I think she does own the boutiques. Yes.
Okay.
And wait, what's her name?
Katie.
Which one are we talking about?
Kadian. I think she is about to open.
She's an entrepreneur. It doesn't give an actual occupation.
I think she mentioned it, or I saw it somewhere else, but she did say she's going to open up a new boutique, I believe.
Well, that makes sense if she wants, someone with financial stability, because she's bringing a whole table to the relationship. She wants to make sure somebody can bring a table too.
And here's the thing.
No. She didn't say she wanted him. She said she was making sure she's good because he said you work a lot. So she's not even saying I want your coins. She said, "I'll make sure I got."
And that's exactly what I was about to say. Why is it that when a woman, not the chick that's still living with her mama, but a grown woman who's out there making her own money says she wants financial stability, it's a problem. What they're just like what Kamisha said, what they're saying is, I got my own money. I don't want a man that's gonna want my money. I want him to bring what I have or better because I've worked this hard by myself. You wasn't shooting with me in the gym and you're not finna come right on my coattails. So why is that a problem to say I want financial stability when I make XYZ? You need to come with XYZ plus whatever.
So she ends up leaving the whole situation anyway, and she walks away because it was too much.
Anything the people that he's not feeling says is an issue for him, and I have a problem with that part.
Okay, well, Stacey, let me ask you this because she goes to Swayze. Well, I want to talk about her before I say that. I want to say when she goes to Swayze, they have a connection. I love the way they played off each other and talking shit and whatever, and it just seemed real natural. And it's like that's her match in my opinion, but he's a lot of people's matches, so that could be a problem as well. But when Mike is around Brandi, as soon as they're around each other, it clicks. Like I loved how she pulled him in and he picked her up. He made a comment about draft pick. I was like, I really like that part, but I do like that their connection. So he was different, just like I was saying about Shareese earlier. She was different with Sampson. So what do you think about that? He was completely different with her because he likes her.
Right, but he still got his little ways with him, because did y'all notice that when she first walked up and she sat down, he did not stand up to greet her when she walked in,
and then asked why she didn't hug him.
And what did she do? She got up to hug him and pulled him up with her. Yes. Brandi knows how to create balance in a relationship.
Brandi, I like that whole thing.
Bonnie and Clyde type chick. So Mike, again, this is why I had a problem. Like this episode, why I had a problem with the energy Mike was given was because, again, when Brandi walked in, it was a problem. You didn't hug me. Well, you didn't even stand up when I walked in the room. That's equivalent of you didn't hold the door open for me. You didn't close my car door. You didn't walk on the outside of the sidewalk.
Interesting.
Can I say one thing? I kind of feel like I don't want to say validation, but I don't know. It's like he wants these women to kind of like show that. Like, is it the chasing game, or show that they want more from him? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like he's not really giving what he wants. Whereas,
I'm gonna tell you what he's giving. You know what he's giving? He's giving I'm the prize vibes.
There you go. There you
Not
go.
the prize.
Especially with the NFL draft pick comment.
Yeah,
Right.
like I said, I didn't
You
like
don't
that
mess
part.
around and be number 256, whatever that guy is, Mr. Unmemorable or whatever.
Oh Lord, you talking about Devin?
No, I'm saying in the NFL draft, the last person to get drafted is number 256, and he still gets to go to Disney World because he's Mr. Unsomething. I'm gonna have to Google it.
My bad.
I'm gonna tell y'all. I can't even remember what they call number 256, but Mike keep on playing. He gonna be 256.
So, Abby, what you think about that, Mama? You got something you want to add to it? And then I want the truth always before you ask.
No, what's true? He's not engaged when he's not interested. So whatever they got to say, he don't care about. I mean, and it beats what it is. That's how we feel when it's a dude that we really not feeling, and everything he's.
Yeah,
almost everything they say gets on your last. Why are you talking? Why are you breathing? Why is this happening? That's how you be feeling when it's a guy trying to talk to you and you don't feel nothing for him. So you really be like, why are we? What is this? What is this? Why are we doing this? Why is this happening? What's going on? So I don't feel no type of way because clearly he don't like her like that. So everything she does gonna aggravate his nerves. So it is what it is at this point. Like, do they got some more niggas in the back? Like, cause I just,
you know what, Abby? But Abby, what did you just express? Self-awareness. Self-awareness. You're saying I understand that when it's somebody I'm not feeling, as with many of us here, you breathing gets on my nerves.
Mm-hmm.
With Mike is. He's acting like there's character flaws in these women, and he's been highly critical of these women because he's just not feeling them. You don't have to like.
And it's just simple to say, I'm not feeling this. There's no connection, and keep it moving. There's no point in degrading or pointing out flaws.
Right. Don't taint the water when it might be somebody else's cup of tea. You know what I mean?
Hold on,
like,
I want to say,
hold on, else, but you got people thinking they aggressive or they're this or they're that, and that's not fair.
I mean,
we had
but maybe
hold
that's
on,
what. Okay, once again, we don't see everything, so we don't know what his experience with her actually is. We only get the snippets of the 25-hour taping that they did that day. So we don't know what has gone on between the two of them. For him to,
am I muted?
You don't know that. For him to feel that way, for him to feel that way about her, and maybe
numbers.
So maybe so one man's she's confident and forward is another man's she's aggressive. You can
say that, Stacey, because let's be real. Outside of what we see on the episodes, a lot of the communication does go on behind the scenes. We have to do the phone calls. Sometimes I guess I've heard people sneak and hang out. I didn't hang out with any cast members during our film, but outside of the taping. But there is a lot of conversation, so we don't know what's going on through text messages, through calls. If she's like, "Why you not answering my phone? Are you ignoring me?" So we don't know the backlog of it. So I can agree with
what woman DM old boy at?
Wait, hold on. So y'all can hear me now?
Who was that?
Okay, Lord Jesus.
Yes,
I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, I just want to say it's about 93 people in this chat. I need everybody really quick to hit that like button and subscribe if you. Okay, I was like, y'all can't hear nothing I'm saying. I'm just talking and stuff, and shout out to everybody that's in the chat and your comments. Thank you so much, Damita, for dropping everybody's links in the chat throughout this entire live.
We have 37 likes. The math is not mathing.
Yeah, let's get the likes up, please, 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 please. Okay. Now, one thing I want to talk about really quick, before we close out, is everyone was when the men were in there talking about the women, there was a theme. Let's see, can y'all hear this? Hold on.
Oh, the bear. I'm the bear. Just don't even do it. It just ain't work out. Let me just say that. Give me one reason. This is gonna be bad. Just don't DM me at 1 a.m. She DM'd you? No, I ain't say that, but what I said that. Yeah. 1 a.m. is poking the bear. That's tough, man.
Everybody was trashing Katie and pretty much the entire. I know that April is the one that ended up leaving or whatever, but I'm just saying when it came down to it, they was dragging her more than the one that sent home. And I just was trying to figure out. Then the whole thing about she DM'd me at 1:00 in the morning. So what? It's like what is that? What are you trying to say? What are you trying to what picture are you trying to paint with that?
Can I jump in and say something about that?
Yes,
First
go
of
ahead.
all, what is, because we already know that Justice is a party promoter. So how she wasn't DMing you and say, hey, I'm at the front door. Not the way what he insinuated was she was trying to smash, and I don't like that.
And these men will run into them men lounge and try to make things seem more than what they are. They definitely will do that.
Right, because we already know you promoting. I show up to the club at 1:00 in the morning, and I'm hitting the promoter up. Hey, I'm at the door. Come get me.
And nothing is wrong with that. So what I'm trying to say, exactly what same thing Lee said. What I was thinking, what picture are we trying to paint with that? She up in the 1 in the morning. What does the DM say? You never said what it was. Was she saying, "Hey, you want to get something to drink? I'm up late. I need to talk." What did she say to just insinuate?
I'm gonna tell you what she said. He said DM. Clearly, she don't have your phone number. It could have been. She could have just finished filming 3 hours ago. Took a shower, got home, got settled, and was like, "Oh, I didn't get Justice's phone number. Let me DM him and ask him for it." I mean, like, let's be real about it. People that late in the night, if it is not a WYD or WYA,
yeah,
you know what those are, and those are usually text messages. Like, she DMing you for a reason so you can see it when you wake up. Like, stop being petty. Jay,
we don't know. We don't. Maybe that's how she started the conversation, and
Jay
he was like, "Oh,
Jay Bradley, I'm gonna go to it. I'm just gonna sit this Jenny woman. I'm okay. There we go.
What'd you say, Abby? You said
I said she may have. That's maybe how she started the conversation, and he mistook it for, oh, that's what you on, and it was maybe a miscommunication. But I'm not DM no nigga at 1 a.m. for nothing, because ain't nothing open at that time but legs.
And in addition to that, her hitting him up at 1:00
I wasn't
in the morning,
ready.
that could have been when she answered the message that he previously sent. We don't even know if that was the context of the situation, and it's pissing me off.
Why are you responding to a text at 1 in the morning?
Say it again, Lee. Say it again, Lee.
Because I send messages to people like in the middle of the night, or maybe because I work overnight and I know they're gonna wake up and see in the morning. I've done that a lot because my schedule hours. I don't know what.
That's why I put my phone on do not disturb.
And I don't be sleeping at night. I be up till 4 or 5 in the morning. You can send me a message. I will see it. If you think I'm finna respond,
I know, because I be up late night sometime. I see your little green light on. I'm like, did she ever sleep? I just woke up to go to the bathroom and be still online.
Insomnia is stupid, and it won't leave me alone. So Tina,
check your DMs. Tina.
Huh?
Check your DMs.
So, well, y'all pretty much giving the opinion about as far as DM somebody at 1:00 in the morning. Y'all don't think it's.
Listen, if a man DMs me at 1:00 in the morning, I'm gonna assume it's because you trying to slide. That's the only reason why you would be DMing me.
That part.
That is the only reason. Because I have niggas that DM me. Like, why are you talking to me now at this time? I don't give a damn if my light is green or not.
Ask you. So
why are you talking to me at this time? No. I'm in my bed being a child of God. Get the hell away from me. That'd be my response.
Child of God.
Why is you talking to me at this time? I maybe it's because I'm an old lady, but I find it the height of disrespect. Don't text me.
See, I didn't think about it like that. I really
don't
didn't.
do that.
Well,
I'm serious.
I have my friends, who might message me that late or something because one, they know I'm an insurance agent, so they might have an issue getting home. Two, just because they like, okay, Stacey a light sleeper, let me wake her up while I'm driving home this late at night. And I'm not just talking about guys, I'm talking about girls too. So, it's different. I don't automatically think that it's like come over, situation because somebody DMs me that late.
That's one thing. Those are your friends, though, Stacey. Those are
Correct.
your
I want to say that I'm
friends that you have
Dina and all them.
established
I was going to say the
relationships
same
with.
thing there because
But this
with
is
women,
You're right,
you know,
Abby. And now
I
that
get
I
that.
think about it, if I think about the language
That's
you
what I'm
use,
saying.
you
Yeah.
said DM.
Mhm.
Again, DM, not text, not call, DM. So if that person ain't even your friend on Instagram, you're not
That's
even
all
getting
I'm saying.
notified anyway.
That's what I was just saying. Dina know I've DM'd them like in the morning, but we're women, and whether she responds to it or not, because Dina's be sleeping or whatever. But I'm just saying we're women, so I probably didn't even look at it like that till Abby said that. So yeah, it is different. I don't know. I just was saying the way the picture looked, the way he was trying to paint the picture about the DM, like something was going on, and I was like, I just did. It didn't like
I
I
just
said,
want
like
to
I
know what
said,
did
it
the
didn't
DM
sizzle
say?
in my soul
Was
neither.
she coming at him with that? Because I've been so single so long that I be real mannish sometimes, and sometimes sometimes I'm on demon time at 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm gonna send you that text and be like, what you doing? Because the daycare is open. What you trying to do? You know.
Okay,
You-
I
She said the
get that.
picture's
I
open.
see that.
I said
Yeah,
the
because
daycare is
could
open.
come by real quick.
Drop off the kids and then leave.
What?
Oh Jesus. So
I'm just saying.
Y'all are hilarious.
Oh my god.
like I say,
That's why I love
I get
y'all.
what y'all saying. I'm just saying that is the way the picture was painted, and everybody probably looking at it like, well, ooh, what's she doing in 1 in the morning? And just the way it looked, and even if she did hit him up, why would you say that there?
Right, because to me, that's putting a connotation on she hit me up in the middle of the night. She trying to get, do the sneaky link, or she trying to get with me.
Like the sneaky link.
And even if it's not that scenario, it's off-putting to the other men. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
now
yeah.
you're saying, oh, I got
Yes.
this on lock, or she's only interested in me. So when she goes on the next date with somebody else, they're gonna be like, oh, well, you was DMing so and so at 1 o'clock in the morning. What happened with that? You put this narrative out there so that you can deter other men from being interested in that woman. And I don't like that.
And let me
Or
say
get
this.
her,
That is a very
I
get
was
her
I
sent,
clutching my
or get her
pearl.
sent home,
I was
or
in bed
get her
reading
sent
my
home.
Bible,
I'm sorry. Go
talking to
ahead,
the
Tina.
Lord.
Wait, hold on.
And
Go
this
ahead, Tina.
Jezebel texted me at 1 o'clock in the morning. Okay,
Hold on.
sorry.
Tina got something to say.
So let me say this. Listen, Dina, you 1,000% correct. That does happen. And I'm saying that as the person who went through that last season. Because as y'all know, that whole rumored situation with my daughter, that was a situation that was brought to the men's lounge that I had no idea about until after our season was completely done. And the only person that even came remotely close to having any sort of dialogue with my child was Demetrius. Yet multiple men came once Demetrius said he had spoke to my child or had some sort of presence or anything. Then it was this person and this person. And again, I didn't know about this. So these men will come to the bench lounge and make it seem like they have more of a connection with these women to either A, make the other men jealous, or to B, kind of have them on guard, like, okay, well, maybe I need to step my game up. And it kind of causes a lot of chaos and delusion and drama based off lies. It happened.
Wow.
I don't know if Stacey went through the same thing in their season, but I definitely know it was done in my season. And then I've also heard sort of similarities in the DC, the season before the Potomac. So it does happen.
I can't remember what happened.
Oh, I can imagine. Because I'm not gonna lie. That would be me. If I had a strong connection with somebody, either A, I would be in the ladies' lounge talking about, oh, he picked me up in a limo and he had flowers. Oh, he only took you to Red Lobster, girl. Please, we was on the pier. You know what I'm saying? I would be on the other one, like, oh yeah, nah, he not all that. He's aggressive. He did this, he did that. Whatever to deter the other women from the person that I wanted. I would definitely be manipulative.
But you're not gonna. It's a difference if it actually happens versus you
That's
lying
why I
about
said
it.
yes.
That's the difference.
If it did happen, why would you say it there? Why? I get y'all point with that too, but to me, it does seem messy. Like Ash Evans says in the chat, it does seem messy for you to say that there. You could have just said, "I don't like her," or whatever. I don't like. You could have said another.
You didn't
thing.
need the extra.
Right.
No,
Stacey,
but they
what you gonna
asked
say
him
about
the
your
extra.
season?
No,
I think
he didn't
Tina had
have
asked you
to.
that.
They asked him. They
Oh,
asked
she
him
did.
the extra. It's not like he volunteered it. They was like,
Yeah,
"Well, why
I'm
are
pretty
you
sure
saying
they
such
asked
and
him
such
for
and
the
so?"
extra.
And he was like,
me
"Well, just don't DM me at 1 a.m. Okay.
Because me personally, I would be like, look, that's not who I'm
can't.
feeling. They don't fit the profile. I'm moving on to the next. Y'all can figure out what y'all want to do with them.
Not the thumbs up.
Anyways, you know how I feel about my profile. I need them to be 6'2", chocolate, preferably bald with a minimal beard. They fit the profile.
Look, Dina has that stuff set up where it's like she has. Don't send me your paperwork on that. I would be surprised if she didn't. I haven't.
She has a whole checklist for you.
I have a
know what I'm
checklist.
saying?
I do have a checklist.
I'm talking about,
Hey,
you
look,
gotta
after
itemize
the
this.
last fiasco, I need a checklist, okay?
I can understand that because that was a hot. But you came out the queen, so he's the one that it's whatever.
Tamisha, I'm gonna respond to you, but first, I've been meaning to say this the whole episode. Abby, you better be serving, baby. I like you with your little blonde tresses.
I know.
Girl. You're so beautiful today.
She is giving it. It's giving everything.
Exactly.
Baby, I need some of that energy. I need to go get me a touch up, baby.
I said that when she, I know how to recolor my hair. Looking at her, it's time to redesign mine. I'm gonna be white next time y'all see me. What you gonna say, Mama?
You got tonight, but yes, I'm
just one for now.
That's all you need is the right one.
The right one. What was that commercial back in the day? You got the right one.
The right one, baby. I'm so corny.
Wait, but what I was about to say, Kamisha, is what you wanted me to say, what you was asking me about. Yes, I agree with you, Tina. We know how they be some Jenny men up in the lounge, player hating, and because that my elimination was a coup against the Queen Dollar.
Well,
who we need to go beat up? We can't have nobody messing with the Queen.
Yeah, there was a lot of tea in her season. A lot of tea that wasn't said, but the interviews
and that's why the other seasons was done differently because
that season there told me everything. Period. Let's be real.
The whole let me tell y'all this. You know they watching us because they got food. They got food all the time, and almost
maybe a prize is coming next season.
We talked about them for both the DC season.
Hold on.
We talked about them with the food.
Hold on, shout out to Stacey's season because that whole season told me so much tea that we changed how the bloggers would be approached after the fact and everything else because we between Ron and Stacey, it was so much tea. So she's right. They changed everything how they did things after that. That was a good season.
The whole show changed after that.
That was a good season.
Well, damn it. Why?
But wait, this is my one disagreement. My one disagreement with that ass, baby. I ate good. Y'all better quit playing with me. All y'all gotta do is order that vegan meal.
Well, everybody else didn't get no food because they were sure talking about it.
My little
Gina's right about that.
My little seafood, my little pastas, everything was warm. It was ready. I loved it.
We had chips and water. I got sick. They had us in
Not
freezing
chips and
cold
water.
weather, and it was terrible. My conditions. Listen, I'm jealous because I thought I was getting with Stacey.
Well, look, on up there with Firefest on their food selection, so they need to get it together.
Wait, Tina, no, because Ida will tell you something different. Ida will tell you something differently, but my food was hot and ready. That's all I'm saying. I can only speak for myself.
Now, if y'all want to see what Ida said, the interviews are still up. I have all those interviews still up, and when I tell you they talked about everything, they talked about everything. Y'all need to go watch. It's still some tea to this day. So I remember what you said now, Stacey. You did say you ate good.
But wait, so let's just. I know we had got off track, but how do we feel about April going home?
Yeah, that's the last thing I was gonna talk about. April going home.
We barely knew you was there, daughter. Be blessed in all your endeavors. That's all I got.
I would hate to be fired by Abby because she'd be like, "Look, it's not working out. It's you. It's not us. Be blessed."
I know, right? You'll find somebody.
Find this paper right here. You can file for unemployment tomorrow. Your services are no longer needed.
You are the richest link. Goodbye.
Not only are your
You said that like
services
that's a bad thing. Like I don't.
not wanted.
No, it's not. It's just I just like your tone, the way you do it so effortlessly. Like,
Evie would be like,
I'm
"You're
just
sorry,
gonna say there's things that weren't shown. Is what I was
but
gonna
we
say,
don't
y'all.
care. We don't
I'm
care."
going to let y'all know there's some things that weren't shown that as far as her and her being eliminated, but hopefully we can get into that after, But
We
I mean,
don't
I don't
care
know.
if they didn't show it on TV. We don't care.
Look, I can't really be TV. Because she's good to say that, but she don't worry about the editing. She's looking, and I get that. I'm just
You're
saying.
talking about April?
Yes.
Mm.
So that's what I'm saying. So
I'm waiting on Shareese to go home because I don't think her person is there. I hope she finds her unicorn, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm just saying when you're a woman of a certain age and you're looking for what she's looking for, it's rare. It's out there.
You stop age shaming us because I'm looking for my unicorn too, girl. And I ain't
No. What I'm saying, what she's looking for, I'm not age shaming her.
Unicorn.
I'm just saying, at her age, to want someone who's never been married and doesn't have any kids, it's out there, but it's rare. And then for you to connect with that person and fall in love with that person and live happily ever after. That's the unicorn aspect, because there's plenty of there might be plenty of people out there, but then you have to connect with them on another level. So I'm just saying that portion of it is the unicorn aspect.
I feel like getting with somebody younger for some reason, like not too much younger, but like I don't know, like about 5 years. Somebody that's established, she has this stuff together, no kids, never been married, and can with her. Like
it's out there. I just think it'll be difficult, and that's just what happens. Like me personally, I had my kids at a young age because once they got grown, I still wanted to live my life and have my hot girl summer and winter. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I did my thing. There are women out there that put their careers first. So for her, she put her career first, and now she wants to do the family thing, but it's not age shaming because I'm older than her by like 6 years or something. I don't know.
Gina. I was playing.
I'm just saying, I'm not trying to age shame nobody. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm in the 40 club. I'm 47 and proud.
Me, I'm 46, baby. I'm proud of that.
Yeah, black really don't crack, y'all. Some gorgeous looking women. I'm just gonna say that. Black do not crack.
Just turned 46 July the 5th. So I got
don't let me be cute. I'm gonna be like 32.
I have 52 likes and I got 95 people in the chat watching right now. I might not be myself.
Right. She could get with a younger man. Hopefully, I pray that she gets everything that her heart's desires. That's it. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that she'll be all right. But like I said, I'm pretty sure she'll have something to say when she interviews people and stuff like that. But
listen,
somebody gonna snatch her up. If she don't make it on the show, somebody gonna snatch her up.
Somebody gonna snatch her up. Just look what happened to Dakia. Her man wasn't on the show, and she's engaged now.
We don't speak of she who must not be named.
Thank you. Abby, say it again. Abby, say it again.
We don't speak of she who must not be named. We don't even speak on her.
My bad, I didn't get the memo. But I'm just saying, if your person is not on the show, you may be blessed with your white knight after the show.
Absolutely.
100%. I agree with that. But some of them did get relationships after the show. I got time for y'all.
Somebody gonna.
What is this poll for, honey? What is this poll for?
Look at the response. Look at the last one.
I know. And I vote. That's where I voted. Cause what?
I can't. I will put Abby. I don't care. Whenever I put it, it's for the options. Oh, Jesus.
Listen, but to be speaking as somebody who is 45 myself, I know what I'm looking for, and it's very specific, and it's not even tied to the physical outward appearance. I need you to be emotionally intelligent. I need you to be financially stable. I need you to be a provider. I need you to want to put me first. Those type of things. Because I've never had the relationship, those fairy tale relationships where you and the man spoils you and you don't have to do nothing to pick up you, just the princess. That's what I want. I ain't never had that. I've always been the queen to come in and save you at the end of the day. Can somebody? I don't want to be the strong one anymore. I would like to rest in my divine femininity.
Girl, you need to
And I
get
need a man who makes me feel safe enough to do so.
Amen. Because I have posted many a times, I am tired of being a real nigga. I want to be the queen.
Listen,
got to tap into
Black
that
women
soul.
listen to everybody.
I need somebody who makes me feel safe enough to be the divine feminine and submissive woman that lives deep down inside of me. Bring her out.
And you know they say when you ask God for these things, you must be specific. And I love your list.
Listen, very specific. Like it's written down in the inside of Bible that one of the mothers.
Amen.
You do that too. I do the same thing. I put stuff in my Bible too. I gotta put some in there. Ooh, I do that too.
I'm very specific because I keep telling y'all I walk in the spirit of wife at all times.
Amen.
At all times.
And let's pass around the collection plate at this moment, and then we gonna let Kamisha do the benediction, and we'll be out.
Mm-hmm. No, I want to say to everybody, we had
baby. What is happening?
Wait, what you got? What you got? A fan?
Them fries from McDonald's.
Lord,
look, I got my McDonald's on the way, guys. I was sitting up there eating fries.
That's the collection plate. Is the McDonald's.
Want me to pass around the lid to the burger?
Oh my God! If you are new to the channel, I need someone to hit that like button and subscribe, please.
And make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend, okay?
Tell a friend to tell a can to tell that hoe you don't like. Come
over here. Lord Jesus. Yeah, but Abby, do this to me. I wasn't ready for that one. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe. And look, you guys know that I do have my mentorship program going on. If you are a content creator just getting started, please hit me up, DM me on Instagram. Now, all the ladies here have their own brand. They do their own thing. Tina is also doing lives and doing things on her YouTube, which I'm going to put in the description as well. Yeah, make sure you follow her podcast. Me been putting it in the chat the entire time. I will put everybody's links in the description as I always do. Make sure you guys follow. Get ready with me, Ebby Reviews. She's also doing other panels as well. She's really getting out here doing her thizzle. And we know detective who gets me in trouble a lot of the time, but in a good way. My writer forever in a day. Dina, aka Christine, you got fries too? Jesus Christ, I cannot with
my fries just came and they
so professional.
You know this is my lunchtime. Like this when I eat.
With the tea.
That's fine. I just realized all I've had today is this water that I've been drinking, and that's not.
Look, I'm about to eat too. I ain't gonna lie. My son made some grits today. He texted me. I was like, "It's time for me to eat. I want my grits, my egg. I'm gonna make me some bacon." My Ep3 mama is dealing with some things outside of this, so she was not able to be in the live today before a brief moment. But shout out to Mod, and please make sure you guys go and subscribe and follow as well. All right, guys, we'll be back again next weekend. We are missing Ruby TV, who's traveling all over doing her thing, and we also missing Keena as well. So safe travels back, Mama. We miss you. And everybody else who's in the chat, y'all make sure y'all follow everybody, including Demita, who's also content creator, who is the best moderator. Popping
the best moderator ever.
100%. She said, I can't stand y'all with the fries. She said,
right?
Don't do it.
Hungry.
So with that being said, I'm about to close the door and we'll be back next time. Also too, go watch some interviews I did with Tina. I'm sorry, Tina. Well, with Tina, yes, but with Stacy and her crew, because y'all, it's old, but it's still popping, it's still fire, and it got a lot of tea in there y'all might not know about. With that being said,
I'm really gonna have to go back.
I'm telling you, them interviews, that whole season was fire because we broke the rules. Everybody did.
You know what? God knew something.
I'm a rule follower. Don't put me in that shit. I'm a rule follower.
But when freaking Fred was on the screen, no ma'am. I interviewed both of y'all at the same time. And I interviewed you twice. And Simone. All the interviews were fire. Y'all need to go check those out. All right, y'all, let me close the door and I'll talk to y'all next time. And we'll see you next Saturday. Same time, same place.